be a bit of, for lack of a better word, deliberate opacity. It's like something is hidden. You know, the more you dig, the more you find out there's things there that are not meant to be seen by the public, but then will come back and bite them. For example, what he's talking about, is there something that could be done in the process that could promote total transparency, so that we can do what you and some of the other people are proposing, identify where there could be savings, and to be able to trim this particular amounts that we're talking about?
Actually, a lot can be done, and I take the challenge from my colleagues, basically, but I want to explain what happens. If you look at the Public Accounts Committee reports, and you guys can access them in the website, or if you go to your mobile phones, you'll be able to get it. The Auditor General every year will give recommendations in terms of which accounting officer has not accounted for public resources. And what she has always been pushing for is that after Parliament adopts our reports, because we adopt them, adopting them means we are in agreement that they are a representation of what is happening on the ground. The expectation is that two things can happen. You can either sanction the accounting officer by doing two things: by bitching the accounting officer, or by ensuring that you don't provide more resources in terms of budget to the accounting officer. But what has been happening in the past, and even currently, that report will be adopted by Parliament, but the reports go to the shelves in terms of implementation. And what would normally happen is you hear people saying, we want the DCI to do further investigation. They were saying they want the ESCC doing further investigation. On a serious, not Kenyans. The Auditor General has what it takes to audit all the public books. How do you bring ESCC now to do further investigation after the Auditor General has done it? It's the only office, given the mandate by our Constitution, to audit. It is the only office with all the required officers to do that, including forensic audit. So this is just a circus. That's the way I look at it. And I think you guys, even as you go pushing for out there in the streets for finance bill, this same Auditor General, who is paid on using taxpayers' money, every year says a third of our budget is either misdirected or misappropriated or in people's pockets. Now, that being the case, if you take a third of our 4.2 trillion budget, is over $1 trillion. Yeah. Now, this finance bill, we're talking about 24 billion. So we are all over chasing 24 billion and being quiet on $1 trillion, which is either in my pocket or in this gentleman's pocket. Why don't we say as a country, time has come, when if you are not accountable to us, and I think you have what it takes, if you are able to chase us out of Parliament, you can chase these guys out of their offices, those who are corrupt. That's the way I look at it personally. Right. So I think we're actually misdirecting our energies. Right. Today, if we said we direct our energy to anybody who is corrupt in this country, we will save $1 trillion. Nobody will be taxed anymore in this country. We'll be able to fix our roads. We'll be able to pay we are borrowing, for your information, this year, we are borrowing about 870 billion. That's the deficit. About 870 billion. By dealing with corruption, we'll be having $1 trillion. We don't need to borrow a single cent. And we'll be in business. I think this is the kind of, so we want to see you guys now directing your energies to the right place, so that if we save these resources, this country is so rich. The other thing I wanted to say is, the issue of the communication in terms of public participation, my friend from my county, Parliament has a website where if you don't want to come in person, you can actually write and send your submission in terms of any public participation. You can just do a write-up and send to our website through the clerk. It will be taken by the committee concerned, and it will be analyzed. So without really appearing to defend myself, I just want to say it is not a secret. Our Parliament has been captured. You know it. It's not a secret. There are a few there who would make noise, but they don't have that critical mass to change the decision of the majority. And our democracy is in a way that the majority will have their way, the minority will have what? Their say. So we can make noise. We can make noise. It will go on record that Makali Mulu made noise, but it will not carry the day in terms of the voting. So the vote will be taken by the majority. And I think that's where we have a bit of challenge. Because you come in under a political party, like now Kenya Kwanza, you know, it was UDA with many political parties. So even as a member of parliament, you are loyal also to the party, even as you are much loyal to the people who vote for you. Because it is your party who gives you the ticket to be voted for.